Hey everyone, today I want to talk about this book, Sketching from Square One to Trafalgar Square by Richard Scott. This is a book that I found out about a long time ago. It wasn't shipping to Brazil at that time, so it was super pricey. So I kind of forgot about it until recently when I saw some of the drawings that I have printed out from the web to have as a reference. If you know my work as a sketcher of architecture and plants and all, I get super inspired by these artists, such as other artists like Gabriel Yeganian and a Brazilian artist called Eduardo Bajczek. Uh, and I needed to have this book. It's interesting to find out that it's beautifully illustrated with way more examples than I had imagined. It's a little window into his approach as well, which is awesome. Very focused on observation, as you see, but getting a little bit of the perspective in there and value construction, contrast, and so on. So it starts with square one, 10 lessons to better drawing, then how to see, simplify, emotional response, and examine and compare. Part three is how to sketch, selection, keep it accurate, edges, tone of values, contrast, and halt when you need to stop. This is very hard when you. I love how he puts this when you have expressed your point. This is in drawing. I think this line is already worth the book or you watching the video. If you can understand when you have expressed your point and stop, or constantly ask that question when you're drawing or painting on or whatever, that will go a long way. And the conclusion, sketching Trafalgar Square, as you see in the title of the book. So, introduction, different ways of drawing and sketching, tips of practice, taking your time, some of the materials, as most drawing books do. If you've been following the channel for some time, you see that I have lots of books on drawing and especially perspective. I love the topic. I love to see how different artists approach it and how they tell other people to learn it, their ways of communicating some of the concepts. So it's super interesting for me, and it's a way also to let you know a little more about approach to drawing and also ways of finalizing it. If you've seen my reviews on Sori Kim's book or Frame Perspective 1 and 2, frame drawing techniques is another big one. You have how to draw. So this is one more approach that really resonates with my work as well. All this cross-hatching is something that I really like to do on my own work. He has a very strong approach to using angles and reading things because he uses measuring like with your finger and pencil. So it's something, a technique that a lot of different artists use over all the art history, to be honest. And this is where understanding the construction of things and then putting that back on your drawing will go a long way. So all the measuring approaches here and understanding what and how to use it. I love the cross hatching here. You get to values and hatching in a bit. I love the looseness of something like this. You leave things in there. There is a value structure, but it's way simplified. And this is, when I see something like this, it gets me really inspired to go drawing. I hope it does to you as well. And these ones as well. Like you can go out and just sketch buses, cars, and have beautiful results in the end of the day. How to see, the part 2. So simplifying, getting simple themes as well. I have made videos here on the channel about drawing around the house and simple objects. That goes a really long way. Simplify in terms of squinting your eyes and having the simple value structure of what you're looking at. That goes a long way as well. That combined with measuring and keeping things accurate will definitely give you a beautiful drawing. Emotional response. I love this drawing as well. I think this is a marker sketch. Yeah, it's markers. So really interesting. Examine, compare, a shape of shadows, and how you're going to convey them. So how to sketch now? Selection. So what, from everything that you're seeing, what you're going to put on your canvas or sketchbook or whatever. This is a very big one that I struggle a lot with. I've said this in other videos. I need to do more composition studies because this is where I really get it wrong. The focus points and priority on what you're seeing and structuring that. Simple like composition thumbnails. I love the work by concept artist John Sweeney on some of his sketchbooks. They are way more detailed, but if you look from a distance or on a small thumbnail, they kind of look like this, which is awesome. The simplification and grouping of values. It's a lesson on its own to look and analyze those and maybe do some copies. Keeping it accurate. Different approaches to drawing a tree. Some of them will work in different contexts, but he goes with the more realistic approach to it for sure. But I've seen beautiful stylized works from in a urban sketching, kind of from live plein air standpoint. A lot of people from animation industry. It reminds me of Angela Sung's work and all the people at Warrior Career Camp, if I'm not butchering the name of the school. So they do a lot of plein air, and sometimes it's very, very stylized and it's beautiful. Perspective drawing, once again. He goes with more of the observation approach, as I said, but he understands and uses three-dimensional work and structure to give it the volumetric that he needs. I love this. How can you simplify? You can go with more line work, but you can just draw some of the shadows and we'll see it. I don't know if all of you have done this with a letter. When you're young, sometimes you draw only the shadows of a letter and the letter will appear. If you've done this, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, beautiful work, a lot of different approaches to edges, value grouping, what matters in your drawing. I'll go a little faster here. Different approaches to pencil and using the side of the lead and graphite. This one reminds me a lot of my drawings to some extent. And I think that's why I gravitate towards this artist's work so much. Is an inspiration on the direction that I want to take my work as well. Cross-hatching, different values with cross-hatching both in pen and graphite. So great explorations. Going towards the end here. An example of sketching in values. Using just values, the contrasts, a little bit of it. This reminds me of Nathan Falk's approach. If you've seen my review on his charcoal drawing book, as well as the landscape sketching book, there's a lot of this in there, the simplified value structure. So once again, another example in here. So yeah. When you have expressed your point, stop sketching. I think this is a very, very important page. I love this drawing. Like, so simple, but says everything you want to say in that moment. Or you can go like a long way and really structure your values, but you don't need to detail everything. Sometimes the overall impression is what you're looking for. So yeah, go with that, especially on very complex scenes such as this. So if there is one thing to take out of this book, is that know when you express your point and it's time to stop. Yeah, and last but not least, there was the Trafalgar Square. Sorry, I ran through it. The Trafalgar Square sketches in the end. So yeah, beautiful book. Great reminder of how to sketch, why to sketch, and when to stop. I hope this was inspiring for you. We'll definitely catch up on other videos. Have good studies. Take care, and I see you soon. Bye.